Good morning, chat. My name is Penbu. I'm the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber on Linux, and today we are, for once, actually doing some programming. And it's been a while since the last one. It don't happen very often because this is my day job, and you know, I don't want to continue working after work is done. But we've been working on this website for quite a while. This is what it looks like right now. And for comparison, this is the live website that's on right now, penbuvt.ca, for anyone who's never seen this before. 509, welcome in. It looks a little bit different, but you know, it's close enough. I think there are a couple of things here and there that we still need to deal with, but what's missing here, I guess we'll find out. I mean, it certainly looks. The fonts aren't the same, sure. I don't know if I care about that. So for context here, this is written in Zola, which is a static site generator. Highly recommend, especially if you're working with non-technical people, because this static site generator, or rather, maybe not non-technical people, but very limited technical people. Because this static site generator is only one binary. And so it's very easy to just give people commands. It's a very easy setup. It's very easy to get people to get it up and running. But instead, we've been working on a website rewrite in sveltekit because there's a lot of stuff I'm doing with this one that it's kind of not really using the static site generator all that much. And it would be nice to have a bit of JavaScript interactivity. Like, for example, the schedule. The schedule is all handwritten HTML, JavaScript, whatever. That is not part of the website static site generator bit. MovieT github.io. I should already have this. This is the repo, by the way. Should be linked to in the description, but there it is in chat. I need to put in a README and a license here. But for this one, for example, this one gets put into static, which is all the files that get copied over as is under schedule. And all it is just a plain old handwritten HTML file. Whereas this schedule here is all written in sveltekit, or svelte, I guess. If only I remember what was here, so I think it's under source. Let's open up the bin window here. Source, routes, schedule, yeah, that's where this is. It's under page. This needs to change. That needs to get put into a file. Probably some of this is going to have to end up being re-architected, but you know what, we can as long as it functions, I think we're okay for now. Yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I feel like I haven't streamed in forever. Last week we didn't stream. There was I couldn't. There was a video released instead. If you haven't gone and listened to it, once this thing loads. This is a stream, not his next stream. What did I release last week? This one. Looking back on an unedited piano improv version, because we are going to be releasing this one very soon. I still have to deal with all the polishing and whatnot and record a video for it, but I do expect it to be out soon. But in the meantime, you can go have a listen to that and then compare it, see what we got, what made it in, what didn't make it in for the end results. Not too bad. I'm about to test and build that model I can't publicly share. Alright, well, good luck. W27. This was... Oh, how do we get the calendar here? Months, span, Sunday, Monday, vertical ISO. No, that's not quite right either. I feel like I'm just play week numbers. Here it is. Week, but for the year. 27 was back in July. And considering the commit messages here were back in July, that checks out. It's been months. Okay. So what did we do last time? We worked on the schedule, rendered the subtitle, rendered some other URLs, rendered the schedule links using the correct color, removed redundant styles, okay. Added some nav headers, each group's hero logo, social icons, basically making it look like this and this. The schedule is now, I think, missing some improvements that we've had with the new schedule. For example, the new schedule now has this this live indicator, where it guesses that we're live, and it puts it in red. I know we didn't have that back in July, I think, so we might add that in today, we might not. We also got to figure out what's missing here. Do we just focus on routes now? Because one of the things that's definitely missing from the website here is there are a bunch of routes that are not linked to from the front page, and they need to be linked to. Portfolio, for example, which I should rename to projects. And this is actually missing a few things. And so, if you've never seen it, I do have pages for each one of these, the music releases that we have. Although this one is missing this one, or not this one, $30 soy milk. So I guess this kind of technically counts as a music release, but also not really. It's definitely not an original composition, but that doesn't mean it isn't a music release. So I don't know. But we do need this kind of layout here. So I think that might be what we build today. Also maybe consider this here. Okay. Where do we start? That is a good question. Svelte. What I want to know is there are ways to make templates, like layout templates. That's what these plus layout files are for. So this here is a global template, which is fine. But we need one that is more local to these kinds. And I think the easiest way is, sure, we have a portfolio route, which I'm going to rename to projects. So I think this should hold both music works, but also the coding works, and a bunch of whatever else that we have. For example, what do we have in our repos here? Owl Fudge, that definitely needs a page. Station archive band subs, yes, probably. Anything else in here? Probably not, but these two definitely strike me as something that should be featured, probably. The rest of them are codes, coding horrors. This, I don't know if we're ever gonna... I don't really feel like continuing this. This might just die. We'll see about that. But that's how things go, right? That's how personal projects go. Some of them are successful, the vast majority are not. Unless you're very disciplined in making sure that you follow through on all your personal projects. We'll call this projects, and then we're going to have a plus layout that's svelte here. And so We'll pull out the other one just for reference. I want to know what to do with this one. We have, and so we break this down into its various parts. We have this footer here, which actually can go into a layout by itself. So actually, this can probably go in the global layout. And then we have this header here, which will also probably go in a shared layout of some sort. Then we have this. And so this can be shared, this can be shared, and then some structure here probably should be shared. And if we look at the styling for this one, how much of this should go into here? I guess we'll see. Background color, for example, that seems like it should be extracted out. Because this here is for this gradient here. This gradient here. And this is used everywhere. I mean, this is the branding. So that has to be abstracted out somewhere. Then we have all this, and then we have, where is the footer? Footer, okay. So the thing about sveltekit layouts is that they do nest and they do stack. We just got to figure out how that works. Routing. Oh yes, also 404. Because maybe we'll start with that. Maybe we'll start with, no, actually no, we can't start with a 404. Right now our 404 page looks like this. There's nothing there. This is the default page given by GitHub Pages, I think. So that definitely needs to be looked into. There we go. Advanced layouts. By default, the layout hierarchy mirrors the route hierarchy, but in some cases that might not be what you want. And that could be true. I think that may be true for what we want. Perhaps you have some routes that are app routes that should have one layout, and others that are marketing routes that should have a different layout. And group these layouts with the directory whose name is wrapped in parentheses, unlike normal directories. App and marketing do not affect your own path name with the routes inside them. Breaking out of layout. So maybe what we'll do, because the only one that's really different is the schedule. Schedule has a very different layout compared to the rest of the application. The rest of the website has this footer here, most of the pages have this header except the home page. But the schedule does not have any of those elements. So what we might do is we have the schedule breaking out of that layout, but everything else should have the footer. Pages can break out of the current layout hierarchy on a route-by-route basis. Suppose we have an item ID embed route inside the app group in the previous example. It resets to one of those layouts by appending an @ followed by the segment name, or for the root layout, an empty string. Like pages layouts themselves can break out of parent hierarchy using the same technique. So I think what we have to do here, so the root layout is still going to be this, I think, because this gives us the global CSS resets. And then inside of our... No, this doesn't make any sense. How do we break out completely? Because everything inherits from this. everything inherits from the roots layout, but we need the home page and everything else to have one with a footer. Although it kind of feels off to have a footer group just to have one that has a footer, but maybe that's the way it has to be. So what we do here, for example, we have here, we go under source. I'm just double checking what we have in static. Nothing in static. So on our source, if I can spell right, I'm gonna move this over this way. If I remember how to change layout, okay, that'll do. That's fine. By the way, for any of you who haven't been here for a work session stream, work sessions are for productivity and not so much for entertainment or education value. So feel free to ask questions, and I will answer questions. But the goal here is not to be entertaining. So we're under source. We go to routes. I don't remember what app.html is. That's the roots HTML. It is, okay. Display contents. Interesting. So we want to go into routes, and we have this, right? We have page.svelte, which I think we might end up having to move. So if we make a directory called footer, because these ones have footers in them, then we move page.svelte into footer. Move root page into footer group. This layout group will have a footer. Standard footer on all pages. And this is long enough that we might need to wrap. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Git trick here. What I tend to do is I write out the commit message on the command line, and then add -e here so I can format it properly. General recommendation is, I think you want to be within 72 characters for your commit body. Most editors don't tell you that, but I think that is the convention. And that is so that you have a reasonable looking log when you look at it in the command line. Because in the command line, you don't always get wrapping. They often do though, but it tends to look better if it's wrapped manually, or rather add a certain column, so 72 in this case. Okay, so now that we moved it over, that means that we can create another. We go into footer here, go to page.svelte. And then we go here, we create a layout.svelte. So this will inherit, or should inherit, the roots layout. So if we say we take this, we take the footer here. We take a div and then the footer. like this, and then we put a slot in here. This should mirror what we have in the page. We go up here, we get rid of this, and then now we can shift this over by 1. And then we copy all the styles that have to do with the footer. Which apparently is just this one. Styling SCSS, because we still need that. We do have nesting here, so it is kind of important. Main display flex, and then the hero, which we don't need. We don't need this one either, I think. Hero left socials. Those are all homepage specific. Everything else, I think, is probably good. Okay, so with any luck, this should just work. And it should look the same. But as programming tends to go, it will probably not look the same. And look at that, it actually worked. Alright. So then that means that the schedule, hopefully, still looks the same. Very good. So now we can add footer. Well, everything under footer, I guess. No, I don't want that. Oh, I already got it. Okay. Okay, commit M. Add footer templates. I don't think we need to expand on that anymore. So I'm thinking for this style of page, we could... Can we nest these? Can we nest these groups? I think we can probably nest these. I'm going to assume that we can nest these. So then what we'd say here is that this, then, we're going to move projects to somewhere else. We're going to move projects into footer, so that our projects pages will all have footers. But also, we're going to have this one have a header too. So we're going to make and assume that we can do this. We're going to make a header group directory and I'm going to move the projects directory into there. So here we can have a layout that has both the header and a footer. So we go into footer, we go into header, we can create a layout file such that projects and whatever else is under it, plus any other ones that would require such a layout, can all inherit from here. And then this header layout should inherit the footer layout. Let's start with a slot. And then we'll see what we have from here. So this one is a header. I'm going to put in a header there. We can probably do. Yeah, no, we'll start with the header. Actually, we'll copy the header we get from here, because I know we have one here. We have a nav header, which apparently is already a thing. So we'll scripts. Did I not set this up with TypeScript? Please tell me I set this up with TypeScript. Okay, I did. So why is this not using TypeScript? I guess because it's all imports, it doesn't need to. Okay, so we import the nav header, sure. So what does this look like? We go into portfolio, and we don't even have a page on it. So we'll start with a page. We'll leave it empty for now because we just need some sort of page here. And apparently that's not enough. Not found portfolio. Right, because I renamed it to projects. Okay, that's a start. So at least we do have a nav header here, and we have the this here. Now we just got to make sure that this stays at the bottom. Which I think we... Actually, I don't remember what this is. Okay. So there's a technique for a sticky header. CSS tricks sticky footer, actually. Footer is what I meant. There is one particular one that stood out to me. Negative bottom, no, not that one. Not this one either. No calc. Not flexbox. Not grid. No, there was something else. There was another one with position sticky. Hello? Do I have to enable scripts or something? Oh, there's a code pen. You know, enabling all this stuff without really thinking isn't really, should be enabling specific sites instead. Now I got this stuff down here. I guess you can't see. What is the very sticky footer? Sticky footer CSS. What do we have here? No, I don't want to do that. No. I do not want to do that. There was one. Okay, let me see if I can go digging in the archives. The Wayback Machine is offline. Okay. The one time we need it. Actually, I use the Internet Archive a lot, so... Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. This one. They had a data breach, I see. That's not great. No results. I hope they got that result soon. Negative top margins on footers. Or wasn't this one? Not calc. And not flexbox. Sticky footer position sticky. Okay, hold on. Was it this one? Or was it this one? Aha, this is the one. We're looking for a position sticky in top 100 pH. And then this. Which... Am I actually okay with height 100%? Or min height 100%? I swear we did this somewhere. Oh no, I might have done it for this. Where's my schedule? Actually, no, I think this one was Flexbox, so this one doesn't count. I guess you guys can't see this, okay. Yeah, I think this one is probably Flexbox, so that doesn't count. Okay. Sticky. Okay. So then we do this. Footer. Position sticky. Not up there. And top 100 pH. So we'll start with that. I think we're still going to need to add the body 100%. I'm going to call it min height 100 pH. No, HTML height 100%, okay, wait. No, I'm looking at something different. Okay, this is where we close tabs. I don't know how I like this. Min height 100%. Min height 100%. But what if we change it to height? And then this to height as well? Does that change anything? Evidently not. Right, because this has to be 100% too. Yep, okay. Content container. Well, let's call that 100 VH. I don't want to do 100% because that means that it takes up it's 100% assumes the height of the container, but we do not have the height of the container be fixed because HTML and body right now are not set to 100%. So this container has to be height 100 VH. VH being the height of the viewport, V there being for standing for viewport, and H standing for height. When we make the div, this div here, containing the footer and whatever else is inside, being the height of the viewport at minimum. Okay, so we have that. And then we have this color. Actually, we should probably commit that. Have we done anything inside of header? I don't think so. Actually, no, we have. What do I want to say about this? This is make footer sticky. And if it's just a footer, that means that this actually doesn't participate. We're gonna reset that, because we don't actually do anything with that yet. I've already added it. Why do I keep doing this? Make footer sticky. So what else can we do on this one? I think we can make it use this this color here. I'm going to assume that this is probably here. If I'm making this bigger. Or maybe it's under the body. Okay, the body is a secondary color. But I don't think I have any colors assigned here. Where did I define this one? Okay. Color source. I see. So that's that is inline. Okay. Makes sense. So we are going to have to define these colors elsewhere. Do I want to follow this? I may as well, because it's kind of easier to just migrate it in that way. If we go to website Zola here, this is the old site. We look at templates, I think, variables. I don't know why I did it this way. But we can just take this. Which means we can then put this in here. Let's not do Pure Sans. Just do sans serif, because I think that's what that is. I think we just left this as regular sans serif. I think. Muted fonts. Deja vu sans, yes. Which I'm quite okay with, to be honest. Does this need a global on it? I'm not sure. I went out of my way to use Pure Sans in the Ket instructions. Yeah, sorry to say, but Pure Sans was just because the theme had it. I need to whip up a branding guideline, because my fonts are what is it? Inconsolata. I'm blanking out. I think the logo down here, or over here, is Libertinus Serif. Did I actually put in a font here explicitly? I'm not sure that I did. Oh, no, it is. Okay, yeah. Deja Vu Sans is explicitly set here as this font. So I guess I do use that. I know you're using Consolata for a bunch of other things too. Sorry, no, I said in Consolata. I meant Tiresias Info font. This one's Deja Vu Sans Mono. Did I put that in? I don't remember putting that in. Yeah, the current website is definitely more of a have something up so that there's something there. Schedule page. Oh yeah, so Deja Vu Sans is explicit here. Interesting. I don't specifically put in the mono. I'll put in the mono variant here. Where is this from? Video IDs. Font family, mono space. Where does this come from? Oh, right, because I broke these out into components. So this one, I'm going to need to find a way to get jumping working for sveltekit. But in the meantime, okay, yeah. So it is explicit here. Okay. So in that case, this can be Deja Vu Sans and Sans Serif. Whether or not this is a good font to use, yeah, I don't know. Because it is a bit of an Arial type font, and whenever you use one like that, it does seem a little bit like you haven't really thought out your font choice. I'm personally not a fan of this, but it is what we have so far, so I think in terms of migration, this will just be easier. Footer background color. I think this should probably be a variable. I don't know if I care. Where were we? Where were we? Right, the background for this thing. So the background color for this thing has to be has to be defined in a variable, because if we ever do make a dark mode, then we would have to be able to switch between these two. So we want some sort of background color. Which one was it? I think it was secondary. It's secondary color. Does anyone know of any standardized variable naming for these kinds of colors? It'd be nice to have. Yeah. So that looks like the background color, which is good. And then now we figure out how to parameterize, or to move this out into a shared location. I think this is probably going to be a mix-in. Actually, hold on. No. I think this might have to be... Thinking about this. This might have to be a variable because dark mode affects this too. Because I do have dark colors for this, so if we go into dark mode, these will be darker. So I think that actually does have to be in a variable. Which means then we can put this into this one here. And brand background. And hope this works. And then we replace this with brand background, or brand gradients. Let's call it brand gradients. We need this. So with any luck, this still works. Okay, very good. Actually, no, that is the schedule. That does not work. Why not? Because it definitely gets put into here properly. Are you? Hero container. Oh, right. Because we need to move this over. That's not quite right either. What have we done? What have we done? This one. The hero container is actually this one. Hold up. Math.a10. Hold up. That's not correct. Well, that would explain why, because this for some reason is not being interpreted as ass. Alright, so now we get to see if SAS variables, or CSS variables rather SAS expressions and CSS variables get interpreted. CSS spec allows almost any string of characters to be used in a custom property. Could be accessed from JavaScript, parts of SAS script values. Okay. More recent requires that a custom be written within interpolation. Ah. Okay. So then we need to do this so that it's interpolated. That's not right. Think you ran into this recently? Formatting, please. Okay. We do this. I think that's correctly formatted. Okay. All right. So let me see if this works here. Or rather, this works. It still does not. Oh, maybe we need this one. The hash. I don't actually know what the syntax is. Hey, apparently the hash is what we need. Jovia, welcome in. We're just currently working on the website. Just had a little bit of SAS trouble. Turns out, with CSS variables, SAS disables expression interpolation or expression parsing. So you have to wrap it in an explicit interpolation block. Okay, so that's good. Now we have a gradient here. I have too many tabs open. Normally, actually, this number of tabs wouldn't be an issue for me. There was one time where I had about 2,300 tabs open at once for a single browser. Mostly because at that point, you know, after it gets to about 1,000, you kind of want to just keep it going and see how large it gets. I'm the type to open pretty much every link in a new tab and hardly ever close them. So it's very easy for me to accumulate about a couple hundred tabs, but 2,000, that's quite a lot. Alright, so we have the content container containing the background color, the min height. We now have the brand gradient. We were doing this so that we can get a header. So if we look at the old site here, we have this header here. We want the same gradient across here to be put over here. But I think this is a commit. So we'll actually we can commit this one first. Set background color of what is this? Where am I? This is on the footer one. We use a secondary color from old sites, and I know we are actually missing that in our staging, our stage code, so we're gonna have to add that. We're going to add just this bit. Yeah, we're just gonna add this bit because that one we added for later. We don't add that, and I think we missed one thing too. Go to that. We need this one. No, I want to add that yet. Okay, so now we go ahead and amend that commit because it's all related, and we kind of need it anyway. Git amend there is the alias I have in Git for git commit -- amend. It's very useful to have, especially if you're amending commits a lot, like me. just like that. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add this. We can go ahead and add this. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Let me reset that. I'm gonna add this. Because we moved this one. We don't need this one here anymore. So we're gonna amend this again. And so now our diff here is this. Wait a minute. No, hold up. We didn't need that for this one. Alright. We're gonna go back. We're gonna reset head. We're gonna reset this one. And we are going to redo that. Because we actually only needed the secondary color. And we didn't need the SAS math bit. Yeah, this one not yet. Not this one yet. We edit this one. I was right the first time, actually. Let me get rid of this. Okay. I think the majority of people wouldn't bother with this level of commit hygiene, but it is very good to have. It's one of those things where you don't really find the value in it until you need it. So I may as well do it. Okay, so what do we have staged here? We have the background color here, what we want, and then we have all the variables here, which is also what we want. Copy this, git commits -c, which copies the message from a commit that you specify on the command line. I'm going to go ahead and edit this because I feel like this this body is lacking a little bit. Also copy the rest of the variables from the old site. Okay. So now we can go ahead and commit this one, and not this one. Move brand gradient to CSS variable. I don't think we need any more than that. Hold on, this is saying I don't have there. Okay. I need to add that. And I'm going to need to amend this one as well. Okay. So I think now we're in a good spot. Now we can have the header deal with this. So this one is in a header. So, and then this one I think does have the gradient on it. This one needs to change, but I will deal with that later. Okay, so style. Styling SCSS. I really do wish that you can do like nav header and then write stuff inside, but you can't do that. But also, this isn't going to work because there's nothing in here. Like, there's no header here, so it's going to complain about unused styles. But let's go ahead and do that anyway. And then see what happens. Unused CSS selector header. Understandable. Does this work? I wonder if that works. No, of course not. Where did that apply to? Must have been to the root. Yeah, it applied it to the root, so that's a no-go. I want it to apply here. But without having to create a new... Without having to create a new wrapper. I wonder, does this work? You do div class or style equals display content. Does that work? Class equals invisible. Or how do you call this one? Trying to think of a word that describes display contents. What display contents does is basically acts as if the element is not there, and is instead replaced by whatever's inside. So it's basically, it's almost like a container for the sake of grouping things, and not for actually styling things, sort of. And it's as if it doesn't have any presence. Yeah, very careful avoidance of the word transparent, exactly. Don't produce a specific box themselves, they are replaced by their suitable... Actually, hold on, we should check first to see if this actually works. So let's say we take this. Right, and we have this DD here. Actually, we're going to edit this as HTML. We're going to add a div style... Can't see this. I'm going to move this to the left side. You just woke up? Well, good morning to you then. Hope you can follow along, or don't. It's fine too. Right, display content. I don't remember who Penbu stream. Okay, so yeah, I guess if it's morning for you, then yeah, I guess you are awake for it, then you can catch these. Good to know. Yeah, I don't remember which one this was. This was this one. Kind of early. Yeah. I'm not a morning person. I wake up 10 minutes before I have to start work. So get up, roll out of bed, you know, get on my laptop, go to a stand-up meeting first thing in the morning. Thankfully, they don't require cameras, so it doesn't matter too much, but I do have to pay attention a bit. So we have display contents. What if we do... Can this background color Let's say magenta. I guess not. Okay. And that's assuming that this doesn't have a background color on it. Because if we do display contents and we'll get rid of this, then we get the thing. Which makes sense because display contents isn't supposed to have any sort of presence. So this is not going to work. I think we looked at this before. Sveltes drill down styles into svelte components. Well, you just don't do that. I guess you do this. I guess you, yeah. Probably waking up right before working vision is blurry for 30 minutes after waking. Can't do that. Yeah, understandable. I mean, I guess, okay. I guess I don't wake up like half an hour before, or only 10 minutes before work. I guess what happens is my alarm goes off about 15 minutes before work. And then it takes me another 40 minutes to get up. And, you know, sometimes I'll snooze a little bit and, you know, hit the snooze button, go to sleep for a bit more, and then actually just get up around 10 minutes before. It's not great, but so far it's been working. Ref, not ref. Either put a style tag on the elements in the child you want to style dynamically, use a variable to export. Upside, here's flexibility. You only have one or two styles to adjust. Downside is you won't be able to adjust multiple CS properties from single up. Or you can still use the global selector, which I do not want to do. I don't want to use a global selector because that might bleed into places where we don't want it to bleed into. So global here, for anyone who is not familiar with sveltes, basically says this selector is, you know, keep it as it is. It is not scoped. So styles and sveltes by default are scoped to this component. And so the global says, I want this component as is, don't do anything to it, which means this will apply globally. And we don't want that. So I think the solution here, I don't want to do that either. Svelte heads. Svelte heads. You wrap your style tags in a svelte head, which will put them in the head, removing them from the scope context. Oh no, that's not what I want. That's a good idea though. For the it's a little bit of a good idea, I guess, for where is it? That's not that layout. The global layout, which I don't think I have anymore. I guess you could put this in the svelte head. Yeah, through CSS variables. Oh, actually, that is a good idea. I can just make the header. Okay. So what we can do here is take the header, nav header sveltes here, and we can say that the nav header style, not style, background color. These are shorthand. I think we should be able to use the shorthand because you can do background color and then also the image in the same menu. Attachments, background image position, size. You can't do the color? Okay, apparently not. Well, let's give it a shot anyway. So we have this, we have backgrounds, display black, but also linear gradients from white to, I don't know, green. Okay, so maybe this does work then. Okay. Then we can make this var nav header background. So now we have a hook into the middle here. Testing on literal documentation, yeah. I think MDN is nice because I mean, I don't have it enabled here because I have the frames off, but oh, we can turn that on. Yeah, they do have interactive examples here that you can use, so you can actually edit this. So let's say green, we go to black. Right, maybe if I had this example enabled, I would have just done it in here. But you know, at least you can still do it inside of the page. Okay, so we have this now. We have the CSS variable, which means, oh, and we want a default value here. And we want to say that in this one, which layout is this one? Which one is this? This is footer header. Right, this is not what we want here. We want nav backgrounds. What's this? But also this. I don't think this works. Because we need something wrapping this nav header here. I don't think this actually works. We can't root the thing because that's going to attach it to the root. I don't want to have a I don't want to have an extra DOM element here either. Okay, so we do it in here. This sucks, but we do it in here. Okay. Special svelte syntax here to set a CSS variable, like right in here. Except that also creates a DOM element. I don't know if I want that. Also, it doesn't even work. Hold on. Okay, so setting CSS variables apparently works in display contents. Apparently. Nav header background, but then... Oh, right. Nav header background. Okay. That is a good start. Because then we actually have the gradient that we want there. I don't like this. having the CSS right in here, but I don't want to have an extra DOM element in here. Which coworker said that ever? I see. You know, I work with React on for work. I mean, I don't really program all that much anymore, but I do oversee a few React code bases and level of nesting with components. I don't think they end up generating a ton of actual DOM nodes, so it ends up just being a lot of components. But I also don't think that we generally think too much about the nesting that happens. So, for example, I feel like people are very what's the word? Will very readily put, say, a div inside of a table or at the top level of a list, when that's technically not valid HTML. But as long as the browser renders, I don't think anyone cares. I mean, I care, but I don't think most people do. But the thing about validation is that if it's valid, then you have a higher chance of it actually being correctly rendered in other browsers. Alright, 529, good night. Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, the whole point of validation is that if it's valid, then you have a high chance of it working properly in other browsers. If it's not valid, then it may work in certain browsers, and but it might not necessarily be correctly rendered in others. This is no longer a thing. Actually, no, that was a thing. We needed that. Is that it? There's no way that's it. Oh, right, because we need the git ads header. I wonder if it makes more sense to have the okay, so we're also using this header on the homepage, like right here. I wonder if it makes more sense to default to this this background and then just disable it on the homepage. Because on the homepage we also have to, if we put in the logo here, which I think we'll have to bake into the nav header components, probably, then we'd also have to disable it here anyway. So maybe it makes sense to default to using this and then set it to transparent over here instead. So we're going to back out these changes and do that. So instead of that being the default, we change it to being this as the default. This needs changing. I think, yeah, this definitely I think needs to be in a variable. I am a little bit too lazy to do that right now, but it should. It should. We can do a search and replace later on, it's fine. So then we get rid of this, and in the home page, in the home page, where we have nav header, we have nav header background is transparent. Is this enough? Do I need none transparent? Apparently not. Okay, so this is probably fine. We can add P, we change this, we change this, change this, we do not add this. So at the background, we have the script, which I think for now we can probably get rid of this because there's nothing there. And I'll also stage that. And then we have it on the home page, which is what we want. Alright, we can go ahead and commit this. Add background to nav header. Defaulted brand gradient as the background, but disable it on the home page. Okay, so now we add the logo. Well, that would be this logo here. This is unfortunately a PNG. I was supposed to turn this into an SVG at some point. Haven't gotten around to it. But, oh well, here it is. Okay, so how high is this thing? This is, I think, as high as it needs to be to have this image here. So this one is height 1 EM. Width is unset so that it scales properly. Font size 32. This is one of the things I don't like about the theme that I had chosen for Zola. It uses pixel sizes for everything, which is not great for responsiveness. You want to be using relative sizes, not absolute sizes. The color is fine. But in this case, I think 1 or 2 rem is probably good. If we assume 1 rem is 16, I haven't changed it, 2 rem is probably fine. So if we go into the nav header here, and then we do something. How's this one like that? We have a logo, and then we have the nav here. This one wrapped in an A tag. Which I think we should be able to copy from the old site. Under templates, under macros, yes. Yeah, this looks about right. We'll take this, we put this here. Put that over here, div class logo. href is... We're gonna hard code this for now. It should probably be in... some sort of constant configuration somewhere. But for now, we're just gonna leave this in here. Actually, hold on, we can't do that. Sveltekit. What am I looking for? Root path. Get root path. Because this has to exist somewhere, I just don't know where. Routing, loading data. No, I don't think this is it. Form actions, page options, state management, adapters, node servers, single page. page.data. $sign page is probably what I'm looking at. Oh. Wait a minute, hold up. Page data. Layout data. Page svelte file can have a sibling page.js file that exports a load function, the return value of which is available to the page via the data prop. I see, so that's how you get configuration. Load function in a page.js file runs on both server and the browser unless combined. If your load function should always run on the server, we'll go page server instead. I'm not sure I understand what the point of this is. Actually, no. I think I do understand, because then it means that you can use that inside the layout. Or something. Maybe this is oh wait, hold on. Parameters. Slug. Ah, okay. Because then you can use it for the parameters. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. But there's still got to be something else. Snapshots. Shallow routing. Packaging. Where are your stuff? I'm looking for... Actually, is there a way to get the config? Because I think the config... svelteconfig.js. Not here. Not vconfig either. Svelte gets home routes. Sveltekit get home routes. I gotta get that user script that redirects me to old Reddit. Update page.path to page URL path name. Okay, so I'm looking at app stores then. This one. What am I looking for? Get stores, navigating page. Readable store whose value contains page data. Store can only be subscribed to during component initialization. Updated dynamic privates and dynamic private static privates. Nope, and nope. The server service worker. Base. That's the deployments. Files, pre-rendered versions, JS kits. Nope. How do you get the base path? Where is the base path? Forms. Navigation. Oh, it would be anywhere. It'd be here, right? Probably. Or state. No, actually navigation. Go to returns a promise that resolves when sveltekit handle or navigates the specified URL. This can't be right. preload code, preload data, replace state, app paths. Right, okay, base. This is what I'm looking for. This one. Yes. So I'm looking at... Copy that. I'm looking for the nav header tab. There it is. So I only need the base one. Svelte seems really cool. Yeah, I think it is. I like it. It's very how should I say it? So whereas React has a lot of boilerplate and stuff that you have to do to get a component up and running, Svelte is very much just you start with the HTML and then you script around it. Those old Reddit consume less resources. Yeah, it loads a lot less JavaScript. So I like it for that reason, but also because it loads a lot more comments. And it's just overall faster. Home URL. Actually, do we need this? From app path space. No, I don't think we need this at all. Then we just do base like this. Then that makes sense. Then we get from the home page. From the home page, where we can find the home page somewhere. Okay. We can find the image here. Logo. Perhaps it makes sense to turn this into a component. We're going to use it a bunch. It kind of makes sense to do so, maybe. Soul is spelled in old Reddit. Yeah, have you worked with any other front-end libraries before? Or frameworks? I guess Svelte is more of a framework than a library. I do like... There was, what was it? I think it was Solid.js. Or it's kind of a mix between some of the ideas of Svelte and some of the ideas of React. Where... I need some code here. Components. Not components. Can I just get an example? I only use Sass. Yeah. Or I guess, yeah, Sass would be the CSS preprocessor. I like that too. Well, I'm using it in the project here. Maybe it wasn't solid. There was something that was so one of the things that I like about React, I think, is that you can think of it as JavaScript, and you can work with JSX as JavaScript, like as actual values. Whereas Svelte, you can't really do that. They're not, the components are not first-class values for the most part. And so it's difficult to put things like components into variables because you can't really treat them as values. Whereas you can in React, and that lets you do a bunch of things. I don't know, I think given enough time, I think all the different front-end frameworks and libraries are all going to converge together to the same pattern. We're already seeing that. In the next version of Svelte, I think it's Svelte 5, I think it is, is already taking on some React-like ideas, so we're getting there. React, I think, is also has recently gotten a compiler, which it took from. It's an idea it took from Svelte and Vue. So they're all more or less converging to the same feature set. Yeah, so we're going to abstract this one out because I think this needs to be. I think this thing needs to be in a component. But problem. We have styles on this thing. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we put this. Maybe we would style it on the main header and not the logo. Mr. E, welcome in. We are working on the website, which we haven't touched in months. So basically, returning this. Actually, we've already got most of these, and turning it into a sveltekit website. We're particularly looking at recreating this layout here, and we're trying to get the this logo into the header. Right now, if you ignore this warning here, you see that there is no logo behind here. There's no logo here, so we're trying to get that in there. Actually, you know what? Maybe we refactor this later. Let's just get a logo in there first, then we can refactor. So inside of the nav header here, so we have a component for the nav header. If I can find a tab in here somewhere. There it is. So we put this in here instead, and then we do need to get Penbu logo in here, and import that into here. Logo image, and we take a style and then have it be this under the nav header. Do I even need this div? I don't think I need the div. And we take the style from here. The one with the macro over here. Which I guess we go in from the CSS angle then instead of here. Is it under where is this? Under SAS? This one here? I think so. Logo. The other logo. We have .logo logo image is with unset. So actually, just copy this. To EM margin 0. Close. We're getting somewhere. But this menu here needs to be not that. I think nav header then needs to be display flex. How do we get this before? What if we float left? What if we float left? Actually, we don't want it to float. We don't want it to float. The reason we don't want that to float is because that messes with the layout a little bit too much. Is this flex? Okay, yes, it is flexing. So we want the nav header to be display flex. We can test this out here. So it's display flex, some padding which we may or may not care about, align items center. I don't know if I agree with that. And justify content space between. That's correct. So, Flexbox, CSS Flexbox. This is the go-to guide that I always go to. Justify content space between. What it does is any empty space, it fills it in between all the elements. So we have the logo on the left side. We have the list of links on the right side, and then any of the empty space goes in between those two, so they get pushed over to the left and the right. Do I have plans for 100 subscriber special? I have been thinking about that. I haven't really come up with anything because it's very close to the anniversary stuff too. So maybe it's all combined into one. I'm not quite sure yet. But also I figured we maybe consider celebrating 100 when both Twitch and YouTube reach 100. Twitch is at 90 right now, YouTube is at 99. So if I do that, then we have some time to think about it. I think Twitter was already there at some point, but I think it's no longer there. But also Twitter, half of the followers I think are not real, so I'm not really counting that. Yeah, Twitter. Yeah, Twitter's at 98. Forgot to subscribe on YouTube. Well, congratulations. I think that makes you the 100th subscriber. I'll check the stats later. Congrats on 100. Well, thank you. Couldn't have made it without all of you, so definitely give yourselves a pat on the back too. We're gonna refresh this. I don't think Google will. I don't think YouTube. Oh, actually it does. Very nice. There we go. 100. Yeah, we'll think of something to do for this. If we are counting Twitch. Or if we're gonna wait for Twitch, then we have a bit of time. If you do have a Twitch account, you can go ahead and follow that here. But YouTube is still my primary platform, so at least we got here before Twitch did. There was a time where Twitch was ahead by a few, but then YouTube pulled up. I don't know how. Okay, what were we doing? We were making this flex. We do not want it to look like that. I'm gonna also move this on the left. Content container, nav header. Did I not save? I did not save. That's why it still looks like that. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So the logo is where we want it to be. I think the schedule, the nav menu, that is not quite the way we want it to look. We want this to be centered. And so we need whichever one here says the item should be centered. Properties for the parent. Okay, that's what I want. Align item center is what we want there. Justify content flex and align items center. Maybe that's not what we're looking for. But also, oh, right, okay. No, that makes sense, because it's inside of a nav, and the nav has to have a line item center. Except that's not true either, because this is not a flex container. Maybe we have the header be align items center? Yes, okay. Actually, I guess I should put it out to the pen buds here. What would you do for a 100th subscriber celebration? Because I was going to, there was the fan art showcase, but I was planning to do that as part of 1-year anniversary activities, and I think I might still do that, but then we do have to think of something else. I don't want to do another automaton stream because we're already doing that for the 1 year too. This already looks pretty good though. I think in terms of padding, this is probably okay. Where is padding? Padding 1EM, 2EM, yeah. By the way, for anyone who's not in the Discord, there it is. It's also in the description. If you have any ideas for 100 subscribers, you can go ahead and post them in the what's the channel called? Suggestions channel. Okay, well I think this is a good. Well, that's pretty good. We'll keep that. Problem though, because this one, I think this actually needs to be under base. So we're gonna change that. But for now, we add P. We have logos. Add the logo to the thing. We don't need this. Add logo to header. But there's something that we have to fix, because now we also have a logo here, and we don't want that. So we are going to go to here. We're going to say if logo. If not hide logo. I think that's how we want to do it. So we have here, let's hide logo equals false. And so if we put it on the home page, so by default this is going to be false. Boolean do I care for this being TypeScript? Probably. So then we go to the home page and fix things there. Now we have a prop. So this here defines a prop. It says that outside, you can pass a prop to it, in this case hide logo. which we will do very soon, once I find the home page. This is the home page. This is not the home. This is the home page. Look at nav header. We can do a hide logo like that. We can do a hide logo like this. No? Do I have my syntax wrong? Parse error on navheader.svelte, unexpected token. Right, that is a... No, this doesn't seem right. Yeah, what if I don't TypeScript this? What if I don't TypeScript? What happened to my Boolean props? Yeah, don't do that. Exports, let hide logo. That was it. Okay. So if you export, okay, so this was what I was missing there. So the export says that this is a prop, and you can pass props down to components through what is essentially a it looks like an HTML attribute, basically. I think that should still work too. But there's something missing here, because if we don't render this, then that means we need to fill it in over here with something, because otherwise this originally didn't have display flex on it, and this just took up 100%. But now the header, the nav does not have this, and we need it to go to the right side. So maybe this is going to be justify content. No, there's something missing. So line content center, line items, and then end, flex wrap, flex direction. I feel like there was something else here. There was a flexbox trick to do with having this aligned to the end with width 100%. The nav being width 100%. The menu, nav, okay. Width 100%. Which would work in this case. And it would work here too, which I guess is fine. But then we also have to think about how this looks at a mobile size, which we don't actually think about that at all right now. How does it look like here? It looks like this. I don't know if I like this, but I think we can probably deal with that later. For now, we can have the nav be 100%. A nav with 100%, sure. I can't say I like this option because it makes sense to me to keep the nav as small as possible and then just have the space in between. But I also don't remember how to get it to align this way. There was a trick that somebody showed me some time ago for setting it so that the gap in between was 100%. I think I'm gonna have to ask him about that, because I think that is definitely a use for this here. But for now, setting the width to 100% is going to be okay, I think, because it looks fine. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to deal with that. Actually, I'm also annoyed about this footer here because there's nothing down here. Maybe we need to have more content on the homepage. For now, there isn't. So it's kind of awkward to just have this scroll to have the footer there. We can fix that some other time. But, okay. So what we have here, we have the logo here. We can click on it. That's not where we want this to go. Hold up. Base. Apparently it's going to be the base of that, which is not what we want. Resolve route. Populate a route ID with params to resolve the path name. What does that mean? Which ID? Sveltekit, route ID. We go for a third-party article too. We were here earlier. Okay. Route ID, which doesn't show up. All right, we don't have one there. You gotta tell us what these are, man. Okay, let's figure out how to use this then. Resolve routes, sveltekit. Resolve route in quotes, sveltekit. ID could be typed route ID, yes, but what is that? Apparently people know how to use this? Ah, okay, okay. So the path to the page would be the route ID. Okay. Actually, no, hold on. Get route ID by path name would be this one. It would be the reverse sync. So if the route ID is going to be over here, nav header and the link. It's not base anymore, it's resolve routes. Resolve routes from slash, what is this? Footer slash page, I think. Is that what this says? Yeah, I think just slash footer. Or maybe just slash them, in that case. Which matters, if you're under a subpath. In this case, we're not under a subpath, and so it resolves to slash anyway. Maybe it doesn't matter. I would like to be able to test this if we're on a subpath. So we're going to see how we do that. And there's sveltekit.js. Nope. Actually, probably yes. Sveltekit config subpath. Alias. App tier, CSP, you don't need CSRF, embedded, environment. Interesting. This could be useful, but not right now. Path space. We want a root relative path that must start but not end with slash unless it is empty string. Oh no, so this is for the HTML base, I think. So there's an HTML tag called base, and this says if this element exists in the head, all your links are relative to this link here, to this URI. So for here, base href example.com. Then all your links are relative to example.com. Or say if it was example slash path, or whatever, path segment, or the example slash page, then everything would be relative to example slash page. I think that's what this is. Specifies where app is served from and allows the app to live on a non-root path. So for example, if we do, actually maybe that isn't it. So this is under kit, right? I think this is under kit. If we do paths base is slash I don't know, website. Let's give that a shot for a bit. So we have it under slash website projects. This should take us to slash website. Okay. Very good, that's what we want. So this does work. And we also end up wanting to have to resolve that to using resolve route as well. We'll do that later. Oh, now we go ahead and add. Add logo to header. Include a way for, also includes a way for the home page to disable the logo, since having another logo in the header is redundant. We're going to go ahead and wrap that. If included, the logo will link to the homepage. We don't need to change that, that's fine. Okay, so then we can go ahead and fix this then. Resolve routes. Use a resolve routes for linking to the schedule page. That's too long. Properly resolve schedule page route. If the site ever moves routes, this won't be necessary. Okay. Next. What else do we have to do here? 404 page. We have this. Doesn't look great. We wanna do something else for that. Sveltekit 404. Rest parameters also allow you to render custom 404s, given these routes will not be rendered. Oh, it says plus error. If you want to render a nested error page, you should create a route that matches any request and return a 404 from it. If you don't handle 404 cases, they will appear and handle error. So I think this is handle all paths then. Look here, we have under footer. We do want this to be under header, I guess. So we want all of our 404 pages to have this this layout here. We'll just have 404 there. So we make dir path so. And then we open that up. You have a plus page.ts. Where does it get from that? Where does this come from? But okay, we'll do that. Copy it in like this. Thanks for copying the new lines. Okay. I mean, $sign types, I don't know where this comes from. Because it definitely isn't a thing here. But I guess we'll see if it errors out. Of course it doesn't. Actually, no, this is 4-4, so that's fine. Yeah, there it is. Cannot find module types. I don't know where it gets this thing from. Okay, well, I guess that we don't need to do this. I would prefer to type these things, but... But if I don't know where it is, I can't do that. Okay, so then we have a page.svelte. Page.svelte. And so here we can render, say, like an h1 404 dot found for now, and see how that turns out. It's not quite it. Does this actually render properly? Are we even in the right spots? Projects. Sveltekit, I need a way for you to trigger this. But rest paths. Rest parameters. Number of route segments is unknown. You can use the rest syntax. For example, you might do this. This for that. Rest parameters also allow you to render this. Actually, do we need error.svelte? Maybe that's... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, that's correct. Errors. Oh, 4. This throws an exception that sveltekit catches, causing it to send a response to error 404, error of svelte component. Where does it get this underscore types from? Or the $ types from? So what if we move this to... What if we did this? Aha. Okay. That's a good start. We just gotta style the rest of this. Do we get an actual 404 error? That is also important. Yes, we do. That is a 404. So what if we don't have page TS? What if we just don't? Okay, so apparently we do need that. Because otherwise it's not... Actually, no. We need it because we have the load. What if we don't do that? Okay, what if we just remove the file entirely? We can get it back later. so apparently we do. What if we remove this entire thing? Actually, I think what we needed was move the error svelte file up by 1. We'll do this. Okay. Apparently that is not the case. We're going to remake this. I'm going to move error let's fall back into there. And then we are going to rewrite this one. Now we should be back to a good report page. Very good. Probably going to go on for just a little bit longer. I wasn't planning on streaming this for too long. But we should at least make the page look nice, which means margins. So the header there, each one. Probably need the main content there. Style. Type equals SCSS. Actually, hold up, no. Slots. Give me the slots. We need this one not in here. It's gonna be in the header. In the header one. Header layout here. We're gonna have nav header here. We have the slot here. This needs a div. This needs to be wrapped in a div. Then we can give it. I want to call this main container. I want to call this class contents. I guess this is the content container. We've been using content everywhere else though. Style, LA, SCSS, style. But also at the same time, these are all going to be scoped, so it doesn't matter. So we have content. Let's say adding at 2 EM. 1 EM, 2 EM. This seems fairly comfortable. Although for a 404 page, maybe you want that centered and larger. But in terms of this, I think this is fine. In terms of the layout, anyway, I think this is fine. Git add, git commit, adds, adding to layout body. Seems about right. Oh, I'm padding out margins. I think padding is correct here. CSS box model for anyone who doesn't work with CSS. Basically, you have the content here, which contains your actual content, and then you have outside the padding. And outside of that, you have the border, and then outside of that, you have the margin. The margin is space outside the border. Sometimes it's collapsible, sometimes it's not. You have the border, which is colored. You can style it, so you can make it different styles. You made dashed, you can make it rounded, whatever, almost whatever you want. And then the padding would be how much space between the content and the border there is. So I think in this case, and padding is incompressible, so it doesn't collapse. I think in this case, padding is probably correct. So we look here, right? This we have main, or we have contents, where the padding is the purple stuff there. Yeah, I think this is what we want, because this lines up. So we have 1 EM, 2 EM again. This we want 1 EM, 2 EM here as well. I'm not gonna say that's good. We're missing something? Maybe we're missing something. Right. We're gonna do that. The 404 page, git add is what I meant to do. We may as well style this while we're at it. Main, and we have this as a flex box. Display flex. Actually, not this one. I want this one to be display flex. No, don't do that. Justify content center. Align items center, I think. Height 100%. Font size. %. Maybe not. To run. Actually, in this case, I don't think we want rem. We don't want EMs here. We want rems instead. I think rems here makes sense. So the difference between rem and EM. EM is based on the current font size for this element, whereas rem is based on the font size for the root element. And so rems are a little bit more stable than EMs. In this case, I don't know. I think. But then again, this is where it would change, not this. If we made this font size 2 EM, then why am I getting scroll bars? I should not be getting scroll bars. When you change this to rems and nothing happens. But then I don't really get scroll bars though, so this is fine. Okay. So that I can actually probably just leave as this then. Main font. .5 EM. Display flex align or justify content center, align items center. There's actually another way of centering stuff now. It's CSS grid. Center div. I think the grid one is now the way to do it. Yeah, place self-center. That's it. Centering a div is now really easy. Yeah, this has been around for a while. Kind of need some sort of text here though, or something. What kind of call to action do we want on this page? Oh, wait, hold on. We don't want flex. We actually do not want flex. This should just be... Hold on, we gotta do something different. Actually, maybe we don't even do this. What if we height 100%? X-line center. No, that's not actually going to do anything. Margin auto. Not quite right. Because the div around it is not 100%. Maybe it should be. Min height 100%. Height 100%. Which is not correct either. Should this just be flex boxed? I don't think so. I hate height sometimes. Because you say height 100%, but it's not 100%ing. Which actually kind of makes sense because there's a header here. And you kind of can't. Then there's a footer there. Maybe this should be a flex box. Maybe this should be a flex box. With a line at flex direction column. And maybe it should be this. But that doesn't make any sense, I think. Because what happens if you have a long list of... Can I duplicate this, please? And what happens if you have a long bit of text like this? Is still not enough, apparently. Okay, actually, maybe this will work fine. Maybe this will work fine. Because if it does this, then that means the footer is still where I want it to be. Or just leave it like this. Guess. What does it look like on mobile? It looks like this. Which, Okay, so I guess that means that we don't style this, maybe. The description is dummy text. Should be replaced with a call. I don't know what that call to action is yet. I think it could be like one of the videos or something, but well, then again, maybe not. Or I can make it look like the homepage in some form. I don't know. We have a few variants of this brand gradient that we could use. I don't know. Website design. It's not really my thing, but I kind of have to do it. But okay, this is good. We have a 404 page. We have a page that looks like this. Not exactly it, but we have a page that looks like that. And then there is this module here with the table of contents. I think we can probably still do that later. I will actually just end it off here. When we do have a 404 page, we do have, you know, layouts. I was maybe hoping we'd get to an about page today, but I don't want to keep working on this. Don't do that. I keep saying that I should maybe work on this off stream just to get stuff done, but I don't actually end up doing that. I would like to have an about page with a bunch of stuff on it, which I guess doesn't necessarily need to be on the new site. It can still be on the old site, but stuff like the what do you call it? I'm blanking out here. Stuff like the lore, and also more importantly the character sheet, because I don't think a lot of the newer people know that I do have a character sheet, and it is pinned in the art channel in the Discord. I also tweeted it out soon after debut, but nobody looks that far behind in the Twitter timeline, so nobody knows about it. But that is one of the things that I do want on the website. But that also just requires a lot of text and writing text, so we're gonna just deal with that. Anyway, I think that's probably it. Did I commit everything? Everything that's important anyway. The schedule. This schedule I think, right, we were going to have a logo component, so we'll probably do that. And then replace this this gradient here with some of the other, well, we made a variable for that, so we can do that. Ah, this does still work, okay. Should probably have the Twitch link in the bottom too somewhere. This is a little bit awkward though. Oh no, actually no, it should be fine. Whatever. Next stream. We're gonna pull this up. Yeah, we are going to go back to playing stackers. Specifically Tetrio for tomorrow. Because I don't know if you've heard, but SSL5 is coming up, and I've been on a bit of a stacker hiatus. So we need to get back into this and then practice a bit. And there's also been a bunch of updates to Tetrio since the last time we played. I think it was back in August or something. It is now in beta. Tetrio used to be in alpha, now it's in beta. They have a new quick play mode where instead of being in a giant lobby and you have to wait, you can hop right back in and you're climbing a tower instead. They've also made some changes to Tetra League, and everyone has ranked down just a tiny bit. So we'll see where our rank lies. We ended the season off at S-. We started the season at S. We'll see if we can regain that, because I think what they said was that S-, or rather S players, will generally land around S or A+. So I'm expecting at least an A+ for us here. But yeah, that'll be starting off a little bit earlier. It's going to be well, actually, I have the schedule right here. Schedule right here. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern or 10 p.m. UTC. And then we're starting earlier so we can go on a little bit later, or for longer, so that we don't have to go longer and be up at insane hours. So yeah, hopefully that'll be good. Yeah, Jovia, are you? I did notice on a very early version of your schedule you had Tetris Effect. So I'm certainly excited for your stacker streams as well, assuming you do them. But yeah, SSL5 should streamerlobby.brekkie.stream, I think is what it was. We got this thing loaded. There we go. Spooky Streamer Lobby is happening on October 26th, and assuming my schedule permits it, and I think it does this time around, I missed the fourth one, should be participating in this. Turn on scripts here so you can actually see this stuff. Yeah. So if you've never seen this event before, there's a whole ton of gimmick modes, and they're a lot of fun. I don't tend to do well on these types of. Well, I mean, no, I do well on some of them. But yeah, as usual, same as before. It's 6 p.m. Eastern on 26th. I am on the team. If you're a streamer and you would like to participate, come talk to me, and I might be able to get you in. But yeah. So that'll be on the 26th. We're gonna be practicing for this. Okay. Is there anything else? I think that's it. So that's tomorrow. I already mentioned the Discord. So if any of you have not joined the Discord, the link is in the description. Oh yes, actually, there is another one. Q&A forum. I hope that actually. Okay, that works. Anniversary is coming up. That is on the 16th. I'm actually going to be holding the anniversary stream on the 23rd for reasons. Mostly that I'm more available on that week. But I will be holding a Q&A session just like in other streams before. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, you can go ahead and ask that. Ask as many questions as you want anonymously there. And we'll be going through them on stream. Okay, I think that's it. A year of streaming, I still don't really know how to end. But then, you know, I've heard some people doing streaming for 5-10 years and they still don't know how to end, so I'm not alone here. But yeah, tomorrow, Tetrail, be there. Whatever. All right. Let's. No. Words. My name is Penbu. For anyone new here, I am the programming, puzzle gaming, music making VTuber on Linux. And we have been programming the website, which is apparently still not done. We'll get that there eventually. Show up for the stream tomorrow. That's it. Whatever. Goodbye. Good night, all. Next stream.